Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Quick Freeze 4's Game Room. Today I thought I'd do a review on a very unique game, a game called Splatterhouse. Now, this isn't the Splatterhouse you guys might be familiar with. This is actually a reproduction cartridge that I bought from RetroZone.com. This is a reproduction cartridge of the Japanese Famicom game Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. Now, if you guys are into retro reproductions and homebrews and stuff like that, please check out RetroZone.com. I'll put a link below to their website. You guys want to check them out if you're into that stuff. Now, the cartridge itself comes in two different colors. You can either get the typical, Nintendo gray color that all the other games have that comes in with a black case, or this is what I got. I got the blood red see-through cartridge that comes with a clear case. So it actually says RetroZone right on the case, if you guys can see that. So they make their own cartridges, they make their own cases, which is really great. I love it. Like I said, I personally love the blood red just because it fits the theme with whole Splatterhouse. So, but the picture on the front, this is the same art that is on the Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti game for the Famicom. I would think they just took that art and slapped it on this cartridge, which is actually pretty cool, because this is basically, like I said, this is just a reproduction cartridge translated in English of that game. So, why not use the art? The other thing about this cartridge is the title itself. The title of the game is just simply called Splatterhouse, not Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. I don't know why they did this. Frankly, I don't really care. I kind of like it just being called Splatterhouse. But if you notice, the title art for Splatterhouse is the same title art for the Xbox 360 and PS3 remake. They basically just copied it. So I guess that's why they just called it Splatterhouse and not Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. But either way, I like it. I deeply enjoy it. So I just like the look of the cartridge itself with the blood red. You can kind of see through it, see the electronics inside, and then the black label with the original Wanpaku Graffiti art on there. So yeah, that's pretty much a description of the cartridge and just a close-up view of it. Like I said, I did pick this up at RetroZone.com. Go to their website if you guys like homebrews and reproduction cartridges. They have regular NES cartridges and Super Nintendo cartridges. So go to their website, check them out. But before you do that, let's just pop this thing in and I'll tell you a little more about it. Now here we go. This is Splatterhouse, or Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti, which was actually the second game to be released in the Splatterhouse series. And unlike the other games within the series, Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti was the only game released for the Japanese Famicom. And it is also the first Splatterhouse game to be released on home consoles. The game is also different from other Splatterhouse games, which it gives the characters this 8-bit anime chibi art style, and also has a comedic approach parroting different horror movies. The story of Splatterhouse opens up with a cutscene of Jennifer crying over Rick's grave. Lightning strikes the grave, revealing the body of Rick inside. Rick comes back to life, wearing the terror mask, and finds Jennifer. Jennifer is happy to see Rick is up and well. Until then, lightning strikes the grave next to Rick's body, revealing the game's boss, the Pumpkin King. The Pumpkin King then kidnaps Jennifer, and Rick must go to save her. Unlike the other Splatterhouse games, Wanpaku Graffiti focuses more on platforming than simply beating up monsters within your way. Instead of using punches and kicks, like in the other games, Rick wields an axe that he can use to gain experience points. By defeating a certain number of enemies, Rick can level up, which increases his health bar. The number of enemies needed to level up is seen at the top of the screen. Rick can also pick up a shotgun that contains 10 rounds of ammo during certain stages. Other power-ups in the game include a piece of candy that refills 1 bar of Rick's health, a hamburger that refills 5 bars of health, and a soda pop that can refill 7 bars of health, which can only be gotten at the end of the game. Now let me tell you, this game is hard. Rick is only given a single bar of health, and once Rick takes the final blow, it's game over. You only get 1 life in the game, but you do get 4 continues that you can use to retry the section of the game that you failed to pass. Now once the final continue is used, and then you die, you are brought back to the title screen. But if you were able to beat any of the stages before dying, you are given a 4-digit password which allows you to re-enter the last stage you are on. This password system was new to the series. So this game was hard but great, simple but challenging. What I enjoyed most about this game was the 8-bit versions of the monsters and bosses that they took from the first Splatterhouse game on the TurboGrafx 16, and all the different parodies of the different horror movies such as The Wolfman, Aliens, Jaws, and even a Michael Jackson inspired Dracula. Okay, so there is my review for Splatterhouse for the NES, or Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti for the Famicom. My final thoughts of this game: it was great. It was simply great. The controls were spot on and easy to master. The sound effects and music of the game fit the theme perfectly. But more importantly, this game was just fun. It was a hard game, but it was a very fun game. I recommend this to anyone who's into old school platformers, and I definitely recommend this to anyone who is a fan of the Splatterhouse series. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of this series. I actually even have my own terror mask that I picked up when I bought the 360 version of the game. So I'm a huge fan of this series, and have this in my collection is just simply awesome. So if you guys are a fan of this series, please go to retrozone.com and pick yourself up a copy. If you're not a fan of the series, they do have other games there that you can choose from. They are not paying me to say this. I'm just letting you guys know what a great site they have. So at least go there, check them out. If you like them, cool, buy something from them, or buy Splatterhouse. I highly recommend this game. So that's what I have to say about Splatterhouse. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. So I'm just gonna say my final words would be like, I'm Quick Freeze from Quick Freeze's Game Room, and I'm here to bring gamers together, one game at a time. After fighting through 7 levels of chibi monster parodies, Rick finally faces the Pumpkin King. When defeated, it is revealed to the player that the whole game was merely a movie. The director congratulates you on your fine acting and Rick removes his mask and then leaves. Once everyone has left, the mask comes to life, revealing its evil nature. If 2 crystal orbs were collected during the game, you can see a special cutscene of Rick walking up to a hill with Jennifer, proving that everything that has happened in the game was merely a dream. Then next you see them approaching the West Mansion during a storm, which reveals the game is a prequel to the original game on the TurboGrafx 16.